We're your teacher friends.
Hi, it's Lydia.
And Heather, your teacher friends, here with a technology activity that you can bring outside into your classroom. It is a unplugged technology activity, so we'll be getting the kids busy making some things today. And we're looking at how we move around in places. So everybody has a different way that they get to school. Some people we're using devices to help us with maps, and we see people out delivering food and using GPS and things like that. But what about the roads and actually making it easy for people driving or people walking? And all the connectedness that's going on here between these different things, getting information to each other. So hopefully we'll get you to start thinking about that in today's activity. And here's some of the materials you might like to use.
So the point of this activity is for students to build their own crossing, ideally one that they use every day to get to school or back from school. So what we've done here is we've chosen a few art and craft material to represent the different components of a crossing. And I think that's what we want to highlight to the students, for them to stop and be aware of the different parts that make up a road crossing system. So would you like to point out some hardware?
Yeah, you've made a crossing that's right like the one right near my house here, and I can see some of the hardware you've done. I can see the beautiful traffic light.
Beautiful,
and
isn't it?
The little button for the pirate to press there when they want to cross the road. And I've got the red and green for stop and walk. And we've also got the roads down here. We've got the line markings. We can see some cars and the people waiting to... the people and dinosaurs waiting to cross the road.
So the hardware involved in a road crossing system include the traffic lights. We've got sensors like a push button here. We've even got sensors that are inside roads, which detect the presence of cars. We've got
What's this
a
box
signal.
you've got?
We've got a signal controller box. Now, in that signal controller box lies the brains of the system, right? Somewhat like you, right? And the processor that's inside the signal controller box is what makes all these different components talk together. Yeah. Shall we show an example of how these traffic signals are controlled and are changed?
Yeah, I reckon the pirate is very keen to cross the road. Shall I start by pressing the button?
Let's do that. So the cars are moving, the cars are driving.
Press the button.
So upon pressing the push button, a message gets sent to the processor that's inside the signal control box. Yeah, and the signal control box then proceeds to send and execute different signal patterns that it's already got programmed within itself.
So the drivers over here and over here in the cars are going to see the red light come up.
That's right.
And they will stop. And then pirate
will see the green walking man sign, which tells him to go across. And that would be the output. So very simply, it is the input where we get information. It is the processing that takes place within the signal control box, and then it's the output, which is a change in the traffic signals. So, what kind of modifications do you think students can make to this crossing?
To make the crossing better.
For themselves, safer, better?
Maybe I've got an idea. Can I put a camera sensor? Maybe I've got a thing that's watching out for people, so I don't even have to press the button, so it knows when I get there.
I think that's a great idea. In fact, more and more pedestrian crossings are now employing the use of cameras. I think that's a great idea.
What else can we do? Can I tell you one more annoying thing about the crossing near my house? It doesn't make the sound. When the lights change, it doesn't do that change in sound to let you know that it's okay to cross. So I'm definitely going to put that onto this one as well.
And I don't know about you, but when I'm caught in the rain, I really want to be moving quickly to school. So perhaps if you had some rain detectors, some sensors that can sense, that pick up rain, which then tells the signal controller quickly swap those signs over. And considering how people are walking around with phones, watching movies with headsets on, and not being aware of the situation around them, an idea was to put lights on the road, because that's where they're looking towards.
Because I'm not looking up.
Exactly. So what if we had these lights, red and green lights, telling people when it's safe to cross on the road, so that we can cater for their needs? What do you think of that?
I think that's going to make it much safer. Yeah, I reckon kids might have some other great ideas too.
I'm sure.
Because we've got all of these different inputs, and we've got processing and all those different instructions working to try and make things safer for everybody there.
That's right. So considering that there's all this hardware and software, what's left out of this equation is the cleverness and creativity of people and engineers who are required to think it through and come up with all these amazing solutions that serve our society and keep us all safe. So we hope you've enjoyed this lesson. It is unplugged, and I'm sure your students will have a great time learning about roads that they would not have been aware of before.